My next step is to create a grid on which to draw. So I have my 9 by 12 paper and I have a ruler. I'm going to line up the edge of the ruler with the 0. So here's the edge of the ruler, here, or excuse me, the edge of the paper with the 0 of the ruler. And I'm going to make marks above every inch. And the inch marks are the long lines next to the numbers. Okay, I did this at the top of my page, and now I have to slide my ruler down to the bottom of my page and do the exact same. So I'm going to line up the edge of the ruler with the 0 and make marks at every inch. The next step is to connect the marks. So I'm going to take my ruler, I think I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up with both marks. It's very important that you hold your ruler with both hands. If you hold with one hand and you're making your line, your ruler could twist and turn. So we want to hold the ruler with 2 fingers in 2 spots, not both hands, but 2 fingers. So I'm holding here and here. And I'm simply going to make my lines. As you can see, I've finished making all of those lines. Now it's time to turn the paper and do the exact same thing on the side. So again, I'm matching up the 0 of my ruler with the edge of my paper, and I'm marking off for each inch. I'm going to do this at the top and near the bottom of the page, and then connect. Once I connect those lines, I now have a 1-inch grid, and I'm just about ready to draw. However, I like to number my grids, and you may as well. So I wanted to show you very quickly a way that you could do this. So here's my picture. Well, I can't really number my grid on the computer, but what I can do is open a Word document or a WordPad document. My picture is wide, so I'm going to set the layout. The layout I'll change the margins to very little, so narrow. I'm going to change the orientation to landscape, and then I'm going to insert my picture. I downloaded it, so it should be in downloads, and it is. Okay, now I still can't see the whole picture, so I'm going to go to view and one page, and now I can see the whole picture. So what I can do at this point is go above the picture and number. Okay, and so now I have numbers. So I can go back to my paper that I'm gridding on and make numbers on that as well. So I can come over here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this should help me with drawing and keeping up with the grid when I use the grid to draw. And so I could just toggle back and forth to my Word image. Now, I can always zoom in. I don't have to keep it that wide. I could go to the page width, and I can see my picture a little better to draw from. So I might start, and I just realized I'm not using 11-inch paper. I'm using 12, so I probably need to go back and regrid. But I could leave it and just have a little extra space, and it'll be okay. However, the first row is blank, so I'm going to leave my first row blank, which worked out great because that's actually where I put my numbers on my paper. And then the only thing in the second row are in boxes 8, 9, and 10. So I can start by looking at the spaces and following just those lines that are in boxes 8, 9, and 10. And I want to draw my characters, but I also want to draw the shadows below them and the shadows around them. If you can see, that's a dark area of that piece of origami, but there's also shadows on the backdrop from the origami as well. So I want to make sure everything. Don't have to draw the wrinkles in the fabric back here, just the shadows and the objects.